It's 9 weeks left to the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championships. I'm driving with my teammate Yvonne today to a game store about an hour away. Our 4-woman team has 2 people in each city 2 hours apart. So we try and meet in the middle and make a day of it. When puzzlers get together, they trade puzzles. A community puzzle here. Because this is the first time we puzzled together as a team in many months, we did a quick refresher on strategy and approach before starting. This first puzzle has 500 pieces and is Cancer by Cobble Hill. Cobble Hill is a partial sponsor for the Golden State Puzzlers trip to the 2024 World Jigsaw Puzzle Championship. And Yvonne is celebrating her birthday this week, hence the fancy headdress. Also, that means the star sign is Cancer, so this is the perfect team warm-up puzzle. I managed to capture us from 2 different angles on this puzzle. We had started out with edges, then we each tackled whatever called to us. This puzzle wasn't terribly difficult. It was only 500 pieces, and we made minimal use of our sorting trays. We even forgot about the poster that came with the puzzle. We finished in 24 minutes and 10 seconds.
Happy birthday to me!
Yay! Puzzle pickup! Like our practice puzzles we brought for today, I don't think we're going to get through all of them, but let's see what we do. The next puzzle was Blockbuster Movies by Masterpieces. It is our first 1,000-piece puzzle of the day and was used in this year's speedpuzzling.com DC Area Championship. This is a busy, random cut collage puzzle, which is my forte. I find it hard to focus on a nice separable chunk when colors are spread all over the puzzle. My teammates, however, especially Yvonne, are much stronger in that area. Diversity of skills in team composition is crucial, but compatibility in techniques can also make or break a team. So I tried my best on the large 70s graphic in the center, as well as the overlaid stars. Then I moved on to the brightest colors, yellow, white, blue. You can see me move around the table as I try to finish each color in all the different places it shows up. We were also warming up to get back in the habit of communicating more with each other. Puzzling alone for a long time, one forgets to think out loud, or at least I do. Allie would tell us when she needed a different perspective and ask to trade places. Lindsay would switch between placing and sorting or categorizing, filling in wherever she was needed. Yvonne was our go-to spot finder. We all fell back into our roles and we remembered why practicing together is so valuable, despite the long drives for all of us. We made use of the sorting trays more for this puzzle, since there were a lot of pieces and it made it a lot easier for each teammate to have a chance to rotate through having different groups of pieces in front of them. We finished this in 46 minutes and 27 seconds, which is fast enough that we would have placed third in the actual competition.
Oh, this one isn't difficult.
Nice! Last year at Worlds, in the team preliminary round, we were given 4 puzzles and we had to select 2 to assemble. We made the unfortunate choice of selecting puzzles based on liking the image rather than truly knowing which puzzles we would have been faster at. In retrospect, we probably picked the hardest 2 of the 4. We still qualified, but nowhere as quickly as we would have liked. So we spent some time today trying to predict which 2 of the 4 1,000-piece Ravensburgers we brought might be faster, and talking through the analysis. We ended up deciding that the 2 we discarded last year would be the fastest to start with. As it turns out, we would have saved almost 25 minutes had we chosen these 2 to go with instead. Our ranking in the preliminaries would have moved from 23rd to 6th. We finished the Shell Collector in 45:57 and Riverside Town in 52:42. Saving the 2 most difficult puzzles for the end of the day may not have been the best choice, but it is what it is. We started out with L'isola di Burano, sorting out the frame, then settling in to work on the different patches of color. I generally don't like working upside down if a picture has a lot of detail, but that's not the case with this image. There are large definable areas of color, so I did not have to refer to the box often once I had finished putting together the roofline. We played musical chairs a lot more in this puzzle, though I did remain near the top part the whole time, primarily working on the blue sky. We finished the blue sky before the dark shadows on the cobblestones, so at least I wasn't only working on sky the entire time. A Day in Paris is the daytime counterpart to the puzzle we chose at last year's Worlds, Berlin at Night. It is an illustration with large portions of flat color. Our regular edge builders, Ali and Yvonne, opted to focus on the cityscape portion, so I volunteered to do the single color frame because I felt we needed it in place before we started work on the rest of the sky. After that, by virtue of where I was sitting, I helped build the transition lines between each different sky shade. My strong color acuity helped when separating out the last two very subtly different sky shades. Unfortunately, the game store was holding a tournament that evening, and we took long enough on this puzzle that we ran up against the deadline and ran out of time to finish. By that point, though, everything was the exact same shade of apricot anyway, so there was not a lot of practice value in the experience. So we wrapped up and called it a day. Cobble Hill was the partial sponsor for Golden State Puzzlers to attend the 2024 World Jigsaw Puzzle Championships. Thank you, Cobble Hill!
Thank you, Cobble Hill!